So, hi guys, I wanted to take a couple minutes here and show you a process called a distillation. As you guys know, we've been talking about pure substances and mixtures, and we said a mixture is made up of two or more pure substances where the pieces just kind of coexist and are blended together. And we saw that you can separate a mixture based on the properties or characteristics of the different components that make up the mixture. We saw that in a lab we could separate a mixture of sand, salt, iron, and gravel using some of the characteristics of the pieces, like the iron was magnetic, the gravel was big enough we could pick out, the salt dissolved in water, and so on. But another technique for separating a mixture when you have liquids involved is a distillation, and the property that comes into play is the boiling points. So we're separating liquids based on their different boiling points. And this is what a still looks like. This is our distillation apparatus. And I'll tell you a little bit about what's happening here, what's going to go on. You notice over here on the right-hand side we have a flask. And this flask contains a mixture. It's a solution. It's copper sulfate, which are the blue crystals we've used for an earlier lab, mixed with some water. So copper sulfate crystals dissolved in water. And we want to separate the water back out away from those copper sulfate crystals. And the way we're going to do that here in a few minutes is as follows. We're going to light our Bunsen burner, and it's going to start to heat up the solution right here. When it gets to 100 degrees Celsius, that's the temperature that water boils at, we'll start to have the water vaporize into steam, and it's going to start to find its way through this fancy glassware here. It's going to rise up here, and it's sealed off at the top, so it's going to be forced to go through this channel right here. And then when it gets down to this inside, to this tube right here, there are two tubes. I don't know how clear it'll be on the video, but there's this inside track that connects clear through to the other end. Then there's this outside part that I'm going to be pumping in some water from the sink. It's going to cool off this zone right here. And then what happens is, as the steam rises up and passes through this channel, it's going to reach this area where the cool water on the outside is going to cool it. And when you cool down the steam, what does it do? It's going to condense back into liquid water. So the steam will return to liquid water, and over here on the far side, we should be able to capture some pure water here at the end. So it's what we would call distilled water. There's going to be no minerals, no nothing else in there, because water is the only thing that's going to be boiling at that 100-degree mark. So it should be a pure water sample that we collect over here, which is going to be a pure substance. So anyway, that's what a distillation is. It's going to separate a liquid out based on its boiling points. So let's go ahead and take a look, and I'll fire up the still. gas. And if you look, the collection beaker over here, no longer blue. It's the pure H2O that we were able to separate out of that mixture. So, all right, thanks for checking this out.